Talk about war.
So, session 63, and you guys have finally finished Tuesday or Valenda the 20th. It's finally been the end of that day, and you're not exactly sure what the time is, anything, but you are in the tunnels in that sinkhole, having well, it's not for me to do the recap. What do you guys remember from last session? Everyone roll a
Yay!
D10. Let's do a D10.
And
Fun.
Non-percentile. Look, I made a fun drink as well. Look at that. It's got
ooh, in a
Ooh.
sprig
I
of
brought
something.
Emily
What's
and
that?
Izzy, not Australian Izzy, came to visit me this weekend, and I bought loads of like fun alcohol. And we didn't drink a single drop.
Oh.
So I've made myself a white wine spritz with mint, and I've had that with my
Ooh.
dinner.
Shit, I might make something myself.
Oh, are we putting it in the thing?
Oh.
I'm starting off the session strong.
Amazing. You know what?
As you mean to go on?
Mhm.
Amazing. So Toki, you're going first. What happened? What
Yeah.
did Toki remember? I'm closing Roll21. This is ridiculous.
Is that he got the killing blow on Wyatt when we were fighting him. I think he's very pleased with himself. He's very happy about that. And then Fenrir figured some stuff out with pneumatics and water, and it went a little bit over
Oh my
Toki's
god,
head.
look!
But there he is.
Why is Fenrir's IQ high
Oh my
Q?
god, that's amazing.
Like, I couldn't have figured that out,
That's so
but the
good.
wolf did.
The fish
fish
did.
did.
The fish did. Fish IQ.
And now we got the door open and we're ready to go.
Oh yeah, amazing. Fantastic. Right, who's going next? Roll again. Don't put your stuff in Roll20 because I've had to close it. So hold
Okay.
up your numbers. So roll a D12.
Oh gosh, ain't this fun?
Okay, so
April.
not Eleanor, sorry, I meant to say April, and then I was like, no, say April's character name, and Eleanor came out. So April, what does Wrath remember from last time?
Much along the same lines of Chloe, there was a big fish-related shenanigan. There was a grate, we couldn't fit in it. Fenrir was very disappointed. He didn't like being a fish. Was one of his best looks, and clearly his most intelligent forms, by the sounds of it, and discovered an incredible system that Lauren created many months ago.
Well, I didn't create
April is still bamboozled by it.
I'll send some links.
And then we realized we'd have to boil everything, and I was like, oh no, Fenrir might get fried down there, and so we slowly managed to get him up.
Yeah, you can.
And now he's in a fish bowl.
Oh
He is.
yeah, you have, and he's glowing slightly.
I'm
So
drawing
how did you
I'm drawing it.
get him back up in the end? Remind me, was someone mage hand?
It was mage hand, yeah.
Nice,
Mage hand
amazing.
was it. But then
yeah,
he couldn't see, so it was just blind.
Yeah, no, yeah, and yeah, fantastic. Yeah, now he's in a little. You've got like a shed. What did I say? I think it was like 20 foot of dim light. That you are able to. You have a little torch.
He's brighter than the average torch. That's crazy.
Brighter than the average torch. No, I mean, I feel like the average torch is something like bright light and then some dim light, whereas he's just dim light. He's basically like a glow stick. That's kind of what he is. Yeah,
So
which I did. Very
light.
exciting, very exciting. But yes, okay, cool. Our last two left. What do you guys remember from last time? Oh, sorry, roll a...
But the system, Lauren, the dice system.
roll a D100.
Oh my goodness.
God.
I have one somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Fate's alive.
Is that the
Ooh.
percentile or both?
Both of them, yeah.
Both.
What if one of them gets 100? Do they just break the fourth wall and
I
become
don't know,
God?
man, I don't know.
I got 95.
Oh
Whoa!
my God!
Wait, did you get 93? Did you say so?
53.
53.
There's
So
Fenrir in a jar.
Anna,
Woo!
Another. Amazing,
Oh,
amazing.
send that to me.
I will.
Oh dear. What does Luca remember from last time?
I mean, Luca wasn't super involved in anything really. He went and got one door open and then assisted in the wailing on Wyatt. And then anything in the dome, it kind of went over my head, which is just as well because Luca wasn't there to pay attention anyway. He was just outside, and then it was like the door's open. So finally, the door is open, and we are on our way out.
Amazing. Yeah. And so finally, Steph, what does Wraith remember?
Wraith remembers calling Wyatt a little bitch, and then he was a
Nice.
little bitch,
Yeah.
and we took him out.
He was. I've learnt some tips about big enemies lately. So next
Yeah.
time they'll be better.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't do that.
No, they're gonna
Perfect,
be.
Lauren,
They're
no
gonna
notes.
be. I've learnt some
No,
stuff.
no,
Learnt it from the man
no.
himself, Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Oh, we love Brendan Lee Mulligan.
He told me. He came round my house and he said, "Lauren."
Damn, got the plug.
He's watched the latest episode. He was like, "I've got some tips."
Excellent. And all the things that everyone else has said, along with Frida's breaking up with us.
Yes, I'd forgotten about that.
Frida is breaking up with us,
Sure.
and Ray.
Sorry, too loud.
So loud.
Sorry, did not adjust that one on the soundboard. That's way too loud.
So loud. That was so funny.
I apologise. I'll take that down now.
And then Ray's ran around pilfering things, like the dead orb of the dead sun god, shoving it into Toki's bag of holding, along with 3 1-foot-high statues, dragging Toki around, being like, "In the bag!"
Yeah.
As the ceiling collapses.
Yeah, no, and not just statues, like idols, old religious idols made of obsidian or onyx, I think I wrote down in the end. So you've got those. And yeah, so you have just left, and now I'm doing to get roll 20 back up, so everyone's going to go slow again. But you have just left the chamber, the main chamber, the Temple of the Dead Sun God, as we were calling it, though we don't really know what happened to the Sun God. But because of how old and knackered all these pipes were and the stress on them, combined with Wyatt's Wyatt the White, his just like assault on them to try and break down this dome he was trapped in, plus you like activating the tubes, using them for a very long for the first time in a very long time, the entire chamber has started to like flood as these old pipes have burst, basically, and like geysers of hot steam and water are shooting out of the floor, coming out of the walls. These old golden doors drag open, and you guys slip through into the next room. And going through into the next room, you guys see that you have emerged into a kind of, it looks to be a sort of entryway chamber. So imagine for a moment it's like 3,000, 5,000 years ago, and you're just like a person going to church that day. This is the first room you would walk into before you get into the main grand cathedral. It's very sparsely decorated. It's not got those I don't know, gilded, golden effects, or like idols and artwork everywhere, or if they were once there, they aren't anymore for you to see. But instead, there's kind of copper inlays and things in the ground. Half of the room is actually taken up with a deep, like sunken pool of water that just over time has become a sort of like pure mountainous spring of water. And through a series of these kind of like large sort of, I don't know, like 7 foot by 7 foot copper pipes that are like inlaid into the wall, you hear a kind of gurgling coming from them, and you have emerged in sort of the top corner, and the bottom corner is where you need to get to. So I'll put you on the little map. We're not like in a battle, but you will be able to see sort of where you are, and then I'll put you guys on there so that you can move around and everything. Come on. Right. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Oops, I've just moved Toki. Sorry. Right. So you come in through that top corner. That's sort of where the doors have opened up into, and you can see that the pool is sort of where it would. I mean, usually probably be completely still and calm. There's a slight ripple to it now, and you see that from these copper pipes on the wall, something has obviously burst and water is shooting out of them, and this room is like actively flooding at this point. So let me just grab some extra stuff. 115. No, 155. I've said that. Yes, so as you kind of step into the room and sort of start to take your first few steps across it, the pipes continue to release water that's causing a series of small and then occasionally large waves to form within the room. And so this is going to be sort of like a skill challenge versus like if we were in person, I'd have a little sand timer, but we don't. To just try and get across this room as quickly as possible. As you take a few steps, the room shudders, you struggle to maintain your balance, and what kind of initially started out being a room with some water becomes more and more and more and more flooded. So what would you guys like to do, bearing in mind it's not as simple as just walking across the room? It's sort of more skill challenges. How would you navigate this?
How tall is the ceiling in here?
So the ceiling is probably about like 30 foot.
Because theoretically, we could fly
Mhm.
with one person each, but still leaves one person.
Mhm. And then there'd be a skill-based element to it as well.
Yeah.
So if it was just purely carrying someone, it probably would be an athletics check to see if you can physically hold them. But in the
Yeah.
skill challenge, you can only really do things you're proficient in.
Yeah.
So if you're not proficient in athletics, you'd have to kind of try and find another way to make that work, really. Otherwise, sort of under the pressure of the situation, because these like water bursting out the pipes, like maybe on here it looks like it's just sort of leaking onto the floor, but it's gushing out and then sort of spewing out at random angles as well. Sorry if my camera is very, very slow. It's Roll20's just taking its toll.
That's all right. Character.
I have a sort of, and it's only going to help Toki, out there, outside of the box idea, which is that because I'm proficient in history,
Yeah.
can I use my history to remember a time when Toki was running through on like a very, very wet day in Basmua on the like cobblestones with where like when it's rained so much that like the drains can't handle it and it's really wet, and try and remember how he managed to stay upright in doing that run.
Nice. Oh, I love that.
Help him just run over these wet stones.
Yeah.
Completely
That's
fall over.
No, that's brilliant. Yeah, I feel like you sort of step into the room, you take a breath, look around, and see other people kind of steeling themselves to do whatever it might be they end up doing. And yeah, as you take a step forwards, your foot slips on the cobblestones that like line this chamber, like they're slabs, I suppose. And it just you immediately remember running through the streets of Huangul, immediately after a massive rainstorm. Because it's your running day and you run in any weather. Roll your history check to remember sort of that day and how you kind of slipped at first, but then what you did to stay upright.
Okay. that one.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! So Toki, you cast your mind back, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that was that really, really like wet day, and I went running, and I was like running across the cobblestones. Like, how did I do that? Was it like some sort of like core strength that I used? Did I like immediately go back and like, you know, learn like I did some different like leg exercises? And you're like, actually, no, I think I fell over immediately and really hit my head and had to go to A&E. And instead of it being you like remembering how to run across wet stone, it's actually quite an embarrassing memory because Lanville was your emergency contact, and the hospital contacted Lanville. You know, one of your like I don't know what time this was in uni. I don't know who you were dating, who you were friends with at the time. But you, I think, and correct me if this is not in typical Toki fashion, but I think in typical Toki fashion, you fell, hit your head, tried to keep running, and then eventually,
yeah.
100%, yeah, and then probably like twisted something as well, and then you came back drenched because it started running again with an obvious head wound, and one of your housemates was like, you're gonna have to go to the hospital, and you would have absolutely refused, I'm sure, but they would have dragged you there, and then Lanville would have been notified, and it would have been a whole thing. And so you, instead of remembering how to navigate across this room, you take a few steps in confidence, knowing you've done this before, and sort of slip. You don't fall over, you don't hurt yourself, but you stumble back a little bit into whoever it happens to be standing behind you. Happy for you to say whoever that might be.
Who is standing? Probably Wraith.
Yeah, stumble backwards into Wraith and be like, oh yeah, I still have a little bump on my head actually. There's like a
Quite quick
scar
little
underneath your hair.
Anyone have any plans for how to get us out of here?
I had such high hopes of like using my insight to be like, I'm gonna watch how Toki does it. Toki's gonna remember, and Ray's gonna be like, I'm watching.
Brilliant.
Okay, we go, and that's not gonna work anymore.
Look at Toki and see what not to do.
Yeah.
Amazing. But yeah, as you kind of try to watch Toki, there's a little bit of hesitation there, as you sort of were expecting Toki to do something, wanting to learn from him, and because of that failed skill check, the room like floods even more in the
gosh.
time
Lord.
it's taken you guys.
Sorry, guys.
Let me show the audience at home quickly. I mean, I suppose I can keep it up on the big screen. Dear Lord.
Sorry,
Roll
pals.
20 just seems to be doing so much worse today. Like, it's always bad, but I don't think it's this.
Okay, could I use my perception check to like look at these rocks that are emerged and try and find like a safe stepping stone path?
Of course you can. Yes.
path.
So yeah, please do roll your perception check. And I'm going to say DC is 15. Because they're
Need to roll
not
a 9.
as nice one. They're not as like, I don't know, random as they first appear. This is sort of like the natural wall that would have kept that pool back. But yeah, as it's sort of time has gone on and things have fallen from the roof, it's become a bit jagged. But yes, you can look for kind of stepping stones across.
Natural 20.
Amazing. Fantastic stuff. So yeah, on your natural 20, you, Wraith, identify a kind of safe route across the stones here, and you're able to kind of start stepping on them. And then yeah, with the nat 20, you're able to show your friends as well that way across. So that is fantastic. On a natural 20 as well, you're not looking at the pool, you're looking at the stones, but you see where this pool probably would have been still, but there's waves because water gushing into it. You see in a corner in the top right some bubbles emerge sort of from the depths of the water, and you see a dark shape looming in the water, moving underneath the surface of the water.
Nobody fall in.
What prehistoric shit are we fighting?
Nobody fall in. Unless you're throwing Fenrir in to have a look, nobody fall in.
Wait till that thing. He's not 1v1ing that.
Scouting mission? Right, this way. Left foot hit.
Boy.
Amazing. And I'll say Wraith, I mean, you can move, like 30 foot. So I'll say you can move to like there. That's sort of the furthest you get
Yay.
across it. We're not really doing battle maps and shit, but
Fair.
we'll
Thank you.
put you there for fun. But yes, amazing. And so Luca or Wrath, what are you two thinking? So it's, as a reminder, skills that you're proficient in that would help you in this situation.
I was going to use my stealth, if I may, in a kind of a similar way to the way that Wraith has used her perception, like identifying rocks that are safe, kind of recalling a time when he's had to run through streets, run across rooftops, put a foot right so that he doesn't make a sound, doesn't
Nice.
Oh no.
slip on a tile, break a branch to alert anyone to where he is.
That's great. That's brilliant. Yes, absolutely. And while Wraith kind of studied and did it in advance, you're like, no, there's a bit more. There's like an innate something there, like muscle memory, essentially. So yes, please do roll your stealth check.
That is a non-natural 20.
Amazing.
Hey.
That is fantastic. And you managed to pick yourself up and you move across and you're sort of standing next to Wraith now on these stones. And you as you kind of like move across, like what stone you actually see Wraith while she picked across like a good path. You're like, oh, actually, and now Wraith has been like, don't fall in the water. You're like, oh shit, if she steps there, that rock is solid, but it's gonna push that one across the water. So you manage to sort of grab her and like shake your head, and sort of, you don't have to be silent, like no one said to be quiet, but in the way that maybe like, I don't know, thieves on a mission might, you have in that moment like a sort of silent thieves can almost language between the two of you, that like you two haven't really ever done before. And you stop Wraith from like nudging a stone that would like disturb the pool of water, and you also find your way across. Incredible stuff. Wrath, how about you?
I just straight up investigate that shit.
Yeah.
I look at the
yeah.
rocks. I'm like,
Nice.
which looks sus? Not that one. Skippity, skippity, skip.
Nice one. Nice one.
And whilst
Nice one.
holding my fish in a bowl.
I love it. Amazing. Yes, that is fair. Please, roll your investigation check for me. And is there anything in particular you're looking at? Like, how would you say that you set apart your investigation from Wraith's perception or Luca's stealth? Like, what is it in Wrath that he's using?
I think when he was a kid, like along the river at home, he used to do lots of like, I don't know,
nice.
jumping along stones, like rocks across the river to try and not get wet, playing games, always getting caught by Wraith, but trying nonetheless.
That's so cute.
Playing with Fenrir and Jeff.
Don't fall in the river of souls.
But Fenrir's there with you now. Oh, I like it. Amazing. Please do roll your investigation as sort of you start playing a game that you haven't played in like 15 years. But something about it just sort of,
Jeff, which of these rocks do you like, mate? Just tell me. Let me know. Oh no.
Oh.
Was it just a straight check?
Yes, it's investigation, and I didn't say, but DC is 15.
No.
Oh no.
I rolled a 4 +9, but it don't help. It don't help.
Oh no, just shy. And so
it's the fish bowl. It's too much.
So you start walking across these rocks. You sort of get a few, and you get to sort of here, I'd say, and then suddenly you're like, I think something about the way that it's not a sort of bank of rocks in the way that the banks of the river Styx might have been, and you're expecting to look for something a little bit more like organic, whereas these are like rocks that were placed deliberately to form a wall but then have just crumbled over time, and then you step on one and you're like, oh shit, and you're like, I miscalculated. I didn't factor in this, that, and the other. And as you put that foot wrong, like Fenrir in the jar just starts going blob 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 blob, in like warning, but it's too late. You can't hear him. And so now I'm going to give you a choice. You failed the check, and there's going to be something bad happening. Do you think that doing this, do you A, waste time recovering, which means the room might flood a little bit more? Do you B, flail to stop yourself from falling in, but you dislodge a stone, which might awaken whatever is under there and possibly hurt your friends, but you're on the rock and you don't know if that's going to do it. It's the uncertainty. Or the third option is, do you not flail and you fall in?
Can there be an option D where I fly upwards?
I'd say no. I don't think there's enough time. Yeah. I think the flying would kind of be option 2, where you like lift your wings out to steady yourself, but in doing so you dislodge some rocks.
I can't let any of the 2 first options happen. It fucks everyone else up.
There's an uncertainty. It may not.
Yeah.
You don't know if it will or not. It would be luck.
Wrath is a flaily individual.
Yeah, no, but I don't want my flailing to affect other people.
I think
Because
I would say anything
people are
would.
still on the shore.
The splash is of you falling in. Probably a bit louder than a rock.
True. Fuck! I wanted to go swimming with Fenrir. Okay.
Do what you want, mate. Completely do.
Hey, like,
if you
can
think
go
Wrath would
swimming
fall
if you
in.
want.
For the team! I fall in!
And you splash, fall into the water. As you do, I'm gonna say, what dice should I use today? I think because it's you, April, I'm gonna use the frog dice.
Because I don't want to make it harder for everyone else!
Aww.
I think Wraith she's not looking back at this moment because Luke is steadying her and doing Thieves' Cant. Wraith's looking forward, hears the splash, and she knows the sound of her brother falling in the river.
Yeah.
She's heard it all her life.
Yeah.
Every time they play on the Styx, he's the only one who probably could fall in the river Styx and be fine.
Yes, actually. And
I've got that plot immunity, bro.
While I'm trying to detach my dice from this jar, yeah, like you throw back to a time that you remember that when Wraith you round a corner, I suppose, of the Styx, and it would be sort of a more like canal part of the Styx because you like weren't really allowed out of the city, and you see your brother on these steps, and then you just see him splash into the water.
This is a willing splash, you know. I salute on my way down. I have chosen this as an option.
Amazing.
I said for the team as I went down.
Amazing. So you take only 1 point of like bludgeoning damage as you do sort of hit yourself on a rock, and it's sort of that combined with the shock of how cold this water is. Hello, Izzy.
Hi, Izzy.
We will catch up on what's happening in just a second. But Wrath, roll me a perception check as you fall in as well. So Izzy, we've progressed into the chamber that's just beyond the main temple that you guys worked your way out of last time. And because of the strain on the pipes and the water and everything in this underground temple, all the pipes have burst and this room is flooding. And we're doing like a kind of skill check challenge to work our way across the room. So we've had so far like 2 failures, which has resulted in the room flooding even more as we take time to sort of reassess, and then a second failure, which means that Wrath has just fallen in the water. And Wraith noticed in the water something in there, something lurking in the depths. So that is where we are currently.
I'm going in there to rizz it up. That's all I'm saying. I rolled a nat 1 on perception, so it's going swimmingly, I must say.
Amazing. With a nat 1 on perception,
oh god,
you don't see the giant 10-foot octopus that is in there with you, that has shifted its head and all of its tentacles and is now floating towards you. You don't see that. So
I just see Fenrir. It's the only boy
you're
I care about.
You're holding him in his jar.
What's up, bro? How are you doing? You've gained speed.
Fenrir's like,
Me, I can't understand you. You gotta talk clearly. Well, what's up? What's up, bro? Relax. We're calm. Why it's gone, mate? Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Amazing. But yes, any questions or anything from you, Izzy?
No.
That's amazing. So it would be, I think, actually your turn in the skill challenge. But if you want, we can move to someone else if you want to just take a sec. But otherwise, it would be.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
No, that is absolutely fine. So who would like to go next? We kind of, the order I suppose was Toki, but we're not in initiative or anything. But who is doing something here?
I think Toki and Alanis are the ones that saw this.
Yeah, you guys would have ripped round. Like, we're not in a
Yeah.
sort of, it's not all happening in like 1 second.
No.
Like there's no sort of initiative here where it's waiting for people's turns. But I mean, Toki and Alanis, I suppose, are like in a more position to help. I'm gonna move Wrath into the water. You're over there.
Swim, swim, swimming.
That is true. Yeah. Well, I think I could. Yeah, I could still use this to get over to Wrath, and then I'll try and fish him out. I don't know. I was gonna say, in keeping with the memory of Toki falling and hurting himself in the rain, I was gonna say, can I do a medicine check to remember getting patched up, having like a nurse be like,
Oh yeah, nice.
running in the rain.
I love it. Yeah.
Getting like his ankle patched up, and then probably like another time when he was hurt.
Amazing.
When
Very
he was
appropriate.
and he was desperate to go out running, and like a Lamvo who probably did like sports science or something was like giving him tips on how not to make an injury worse, how to
Nice.
help, and just like take a second to be like, okay, just going for it is not going to work. Sometimes you have to take a second, and you have to like acknowledge your weaknesses. You have to you have to work around them and do something a bit different to make it work for you, and try to gingerly pick his way over to Wrath without getting hurt.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, good stuff. Roll your medicine check.
Right, let's use different dice to the one that I got in that one.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, no.
No.
7.
Oh no.
Back to back. Let's go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That doesn't quite make it.
Wouldn't.
Join me, Toki.
Oh no. And so yeah, I think you kind of pick your way across these, like, you know, the rocks. Like Luca and Wraith are probably turned around and like step on that one, like second to your left, like, you know, arm to like right hand to green sort of thing. And you're picking your way across, and you're like, okay, yeah, I remember like tips from Lamval, tips from the nurse, and she was like bandaging me up. And I'm gonna give you the same choice as I gave Wrath, which is, on this failure, you aren't able to make it there successfully. And to negate that, you're either gonna have to spend extra time, meaning the chamber might flood more, extra time working your way across. You're either gonna just fall in, or you are gonna do it in a sort of haphazardous way where you're like, okay, no, it's better just take your time, but it's hard to know that and do it at the same time. So instead, despite knowing you should do it slowly and carefully, part of you does sort of misstep, which would be the alerting this octopus that's in the water that you don't know about because no one saw it. So it's fall in, unstealthy, or take your time.
1 plus 1.
And I
Plate armor.
I just think that Toki would tell himself to take his time but not be very good at it. I do think that, especially once Luca and Ray start telling him what to do, I think he's like, I've got it. I think he is.
Yeah, no, he's like, I don't need help.
And he absolutely does not got it.
Oh.
And it's not going to be very stealthy about it.
Amazing.
So
So
yeah, that completely negates April's sacrifice.
It's all good.
But maybe
Yeah.
it will distract the octopus from you and bring it over to me. Who knows?
Yes. And so as you kind of literally, I think that's such a funny scene. Like, you're like, I am going to take my time for the first time in my life. I'm actually going to think about this because, like, yeah, like you can't just assume you're going to be great at something. You have to like work for it. And you're like, yeah, like I can work for things. And you're like taking your time. You're picking your way through. You're like, yeah, maybe Lamval was right. Like, this is crazy. And then yeah, like Wraith chooses that moment to be like, no, don't put your foot there, Toki. And then you like look up sharply and you're like, bitch, I do what I want. And you like making full eye contact. put your
Fall
foot
back.
there. You stumble. That rock falls in the water with a splash. There's a moment where everyone goes silent, looking at the ripples that Toki has created and those bubbles, Wraith, that you saw. There's a moment where you look at those bubbles as they stop, and at the same time, Wrath, you're underwater, like trying to get back to the surface, and Fenrir is there pantomiming, trying to get you to turn around, but he is a fish and is really struggling, and he's finally just getting the message through. He's like turning his little body around, he's like blah, 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 turning around. You finally get the message, you turn around and you see this giant, like, ancient octopus. Like, you don't know how long it's lived here, you don't know why there's an octopus in a mountain. There's obviously some source of water, but this, where you are, is this thing's home. And you turn around and you see this monstrosity staring at you, like deep orange eyes that almost seem to glow slightly, and then it was looking at you, and then it whips around, its tentacles kind of like floating in the water, and starts to swim off to the corner to where Toki has just alerted its presence. And
Fenrir, why didn't you tell me, bro? What the fuck?
And you see this thing starts to swim closer and closer and closer to you. Alanis.
Can I do anything?
We'll say you can. Between you, do you want to have a chat with Alanis about it? Who wants to go first in a little skill check?
Well, Alanis goes first. I'm in dog shit right now. You go. Save yourself.
So yeah, Alanis,
Okay.
you see, I think this octopus emerges from the water, and you all see this like barnacled, orangey, peachy head emerge and then float back down. So not only now do you have to get across the chamber successfully before the water drowns you all, but you have to help those in need as well.
Puss.
Yes. And yeah, and so it's skill challenge, so it's something that you're proficient in and how it would help you in this situation, like storytelling.
Okay. I try survival and just think back to sort of being trained by my dad and my brother and my older sister.
Yeah.
Like, not quite the same, but like running up rock forms,
Cool.
you know, in like the forest or the Shadowfell or something. And it's more like, you know, it's fun in my memories. It's like racing up them and like jumping from one to the other, but just trying to channel that.
I like that. Yeah, I like the idea of it happening, like in the Shadowfell. Sort of this like very rocky, barren wasteland that like you've been to now with the party, but it's while you were kind of traveling through there as part of your like planar travels with your family and the rest of the clan. And then your dad taking you and Mila out sort of to teach you more skills, helping kind of scouting ahead. And then kind of like we talked about last time, the sort of almost competition and wanting to like, I don't know, prove or keep up with your family. You turn it into a game where your dad will sort of use little kind of minor like druidcraft style illusions on this like raggedy cliff's edge, and he's like, if you can make it to there, and he illuminates an area of rock. He's like, if you can make it to there, you get 1 point. If you make it to there, you get 5 points. And you can almost see those little lights, those like wisps that your dad created now across the rocks. And it just, you're like, gamify it, make it fun. We've been through enough today. Angela, I can figure this out. So yeah, please do roll your survival check for me. So the DC is 15, please.
17.
Amazing. So you're able to move up to your movement, sort of like 30 feet along this wall, and you kind of pick out like helpful paths and stuff. And I'll say also like beating that check, you, if you want to, I'll say that you can kind of summon some of that innate magic that you've got, and that I think spending time with the Circle of Stars, I think you got like the ability to cast Druidcraft, something like that, and you're able to see and explain to others, if not conjure genuinely, but those lights that you can use to, once Wrath has got himself back on land, and for Toki as well, to like light the way more like the way your dad did. And then maybe part of you has sort of seen that stubbornness in Toki, and you're like, no, like it's not you saying you can't do something, it's like encouraging you to win the game. And yeah, you're kind of able to help your allies as well, as you move along. So we'll say you get, gosh, why is it doing it in 31 point? What? That's fine. You kind of get there and you catch up with Luca and Wraith, who are sort of also halfway across the chamber. So you're like halfway through this skill challenge, but there are some extra obstacles now, and as more water gushes out of these pipes, and Puss is there, kind of like suckering his tentacles. Could people please make I'd say the three that are like halfway down the chamber, could you three please make a dexterity save for me? It's only DC 10, but this is where the water and the ripples have actually made like a wave that is crashing, and you're trying to avoid it basically. And then Toki and Wrath, could you make a stealth check for me please, to try and sort of avoid Puss's attention? I'll say at this point, Wrath, you've like got onto the surface, and if you want you can be like climbing back onto the rocks, probably with Toki's help.
Okay.
Amazing.
Good face, Steph. I saw you make there.
For a 20 to a 1.
Oh
Oh,
no.
God.
Nat 1.
Jesus Christ.
I actually can't talk because I got an 8.
Is that? Oh, good for me for once.
April.
Under the sea.
So you with Fenrir?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or can't.
Yeah, Fenrir's like, go back, and Wrath is like, let's dance.
Let's dance. I love that dance
That's all
move.
good,
Yeah,
baby.
exactly, mate. I love that. Nice. Oh wow. Incredible. So yeah, we've got a variety. So Luca and Alanis, you sort of brace yourselves. Like Luca, the way you use kind of stealth to pick your way across. You sort of are just reminded almost of like a strong gust of wind almost pushing you off a rooftop, and you like find your center of gravity, and you hold strong. Alanis, again, like you recognize almost like seeing your dad and your sister kind of point at the best places to stand, and to kind of avoid those like kind of almost ghostly wind and gales that you get in the storms you get in Shadowfell. But Wraith, with a nat 1, you take a tumble, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall. And now in this moment you have the option of falling in the water or falling onto the land. And if you fall into the water, you obviously are in the water with the octopus. If you fall into the land, it's because of the way that the waves are, and like these jets that are coming out of these pipes, that's going to take time, and result more in flooding of the chamber. So it's put yourself in danger or take it a bit slower, basically, but both have negative consequences.
I think Wraith, the reason she was so distracted on a 1 was because she was trying to peer into the water where Wrath had gone. So I think naturally that when she falls off balance, she's going straight forward where she was looking.
Yeah.
Into the water.
So you
just Wrath comes out, Wraith comes down and pushes him back under.
I mean, we're 15 foot apart.
Yeah, but still. But yeah, you fall into the water, and yeah, you see underneath this pool that stretches out before you, and this octopus in there. So Wrath, you are able to sort of, you silently pull yourself. There's enough noise going on in the rest of the chamber with the gushing of water and the waves that you manage to pull yourself yourself back onto the rock successfully, and then sort of you stay crouched and hidden. But Toki, you unfortunately do not. And the octopus you see swims up further and further and further towards you. Does not attack you yet. It wasn't enough of a sort of, I guess, failure that was like inciting any sort of action or marking you as a threat, but you have this thing's attention, and it is sort of almost like a standoff essentially, that you now find yourself in. Who would like to go next in terms of skill checks?
God,
It's so loud. My soul is leaving my body every
It's
time that
very
plays.
loud.
Oh my god.
Let me silence for too long, or I'll play music.
I can go. I'm just aware that Toki has gone twice. And
Yeah, so Toki's
captain
done 2. So who's next doing their second one, please?
I will try and stealthily get out the water. I'm
Yeah.
slinking. I'm looking to slide and make the least amount of ripples following that splash in.
Nice one. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So,
Am I able to help her at all? If I reach
I'll
out
say you
for her?
can, because, and especially because you just did stealth before, I would say this sort of could, or you can combine it. So what would you say your next skill check might be? And then narratively, how would you like, I'll let, instead of you rolling it, it would be Wraith at advantage, but what skill would you have been using that's not stealth, that's been used before, to sort of try and help Wraith in this moment?
I was feeling like sleight of hand because he's pickpocketed with the whole intention of not being detected before. So if he can get his hand into the water as carefully as possible to reach for Wraith and not have those ripples go so far as the octopus to be detected, and then help her out, try and move her in such a way that it doesn't get his attention.
That's great. That's brilliant. Fantastic. Just roll Luca a skill check anyway, just to see.
Will do. What dice shall I use?
And I'll say if you get above a 20, then not only do you're giving her advantage anyway, but I'll say she can also add like a d4 to her roll as well.
It's a 17, I'm afraid.
That's all right. So yeah, like success either way, and then in doing that, that's your like second skill check succeeded. So after you help Wraith out, so Wraith, make your check now, please. It is DC 15, as it will just be for across the challenge.
I think, am I at advantage or?
Yes, please.
Yeah. That's an actual 20.
Amazing, incredible.
And a 1.
Wow, excellent. So you pull yourself out, and again on that 20, you and Luca working together, like you kind of picking up where Luca left off with the stealth thing. You get yourself out, Luca, looking around, finding the best way to like not attract attention. You both managed to make it an extra like 30 foot across, and I'll say you two, more than 30 foot, you've essentially like made it to the other side of the chamber now. You already need like 2 successes each to get out of here, but obviously you can choose to leave if you want to or not, but yeah.
And I think narratively, the Wraith being helped out the water by Luca and then them picking themselves across the rocks together is very much like thieves on a mission, and the mission goes wrong and they have to react quite fast but still stealthy.
Yeah. Nice, I like it. I love that. Fantastic. So yes, you pick yourselves across. Wrath or Alanis, what are you two doing?
Given Toki is very close to me, I shall fly to Toki and lift him up very majestically. And try to carry him bridal style.
So what kind of skill check are you saying? So like I said to Steph earlier, it's like obviously you can do that, but this is a skill challenge and you can only do checks that you're proficient in. So like how are you narratively doing this to like fly across?
Right.
Because to pick someone up, like I said, would kind of be athletics.
True.
But I don't know if you're proficient in that or not.
No.
So what are you
Scratch
doing?
That then. Shit. God damn it. My plan is fumbled. I reach out with a mage hand across the rocks to Toki.
Yeah. Okay.
And try to help him along.
Yeah. And then what skill is that? That's like
Arcana.
Yeah. So if you're proficient in Arcana, yeah, you can.
I am.
For sure do that.
I'm only proficient in 2 things.
Yes. Yeah. So incredible stuff. Wait, you're only proficient in 2 skills?
What?
Oh, no, more. I just have expertise in 2. Then I have 2 other proficiencies. I only have 4 in total, to be fair.
That sounds more normal. Cool. So yes, you cast your mage hand and attempt to help Toki across here. So yeah, roll your Arcana check, please.
Come on, anything but that one. Okay, I'll take that. 14 plus 9.
Amazing.
23.
Yeah, oh, that absolutely beats it. So I'll say with that as well, you doing that gives Toki an extra d4 to his next skill check, because you got more than a 20. So how are you, is it like, describe it for me, like how does the mage hand like take Toki's hand, I suppose, and like pull him across? Like what does it look like?
It looks like this.
Amazing.
Through the air. No.
Yeah.
Holding Fenrir, my like shadowy hand just crawls across the rocks.
Nice.
And eventually gets to Toki and is just like
Brilliant.
Across the rocks.
Good stuff.
Mind you, I don't think Wrath is not proficient at knowing what rocks to be on. So this whole thing is just like trying to keep him out of the water, basically.
No, yeah, and that works. And so yeah, it's the kind of thing where the mechanics and the narratives sort of have to work together. And like I'll move you along the rocks to the halfway point to show that you've had that one success, and like mechanically that's how far through the challenge you are, but completely if you want to stay near Toki. And I'll say it's a sort of thing where in using this mage hand, it almost acts like a counterbalance to you. So where you don't know like the perfect way to step across the rocks, you're able to sort of figure it out together. And then yeah, sort of in this tapping into the weave, there's sort of like a magic in you that's been heightened, and you're able to like do things a bit more intricately than you maybe were before. And that's how you're able to sort of move across there.
I'll leave my mage hand with Toki. I'll stay
Nice.
here.
Cute. Amazing. Alanis, what would your kind of next skill be that you're using here?
What did I just use? I would. Can I do perception?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a second and try and perceive. Look at the rocks and see which ones look the most stable, which ones look the biggest, what the gap is like between them, so I'm least likely to fall, and just try and follow that path.
Nice one. Good shout. Yes, please do roll your perception check.
It's a 13.
So it's DC 15 to succeed. So I'll say it's not like a catastrophic failure or something, like you just miss it. So I say that you sort of move through a little bit, but it's more difficult than you would expect it to be, essentially, is the outcome of this. And it's just in between everything that's happening, like the distraction with Puss, Wrath suddenly just like coming up right behind you, Toki like in the back, you're like trying to make sure Toki's all right, keeping an eye on where you're going. Things are taking you a bit extra. You've not failed at this, it's just taking you longer. And so in you doing this, the water rises even more, and some of the rocks that you're picking your way across, they disappear now, and you guys are filled with more of a sense of urgency, as this room is completely filled, this chamber is completely filled, and you see now the water is like gushing back into that central chamber where you had the battle with Wyatt, but you managed to progress forwards a little bit. So we can go to Toki. What are you gonna do? And you have a d4 to add to this, because of Wrath's help with the mage hand still there guiding you.
Thank you, Wrath. So I would like to use Arcana, if I can, and use Thaumaturgy to try and distract Puss and make him swim away, so that I can be a little bit less
Mm.
And with being stealthy and a little bit more urgent in racing to catch up to Wrath.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
Yes,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
try and make tremors appear sort of like in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, amazing.
Away.
I love it. Amazing. And yeah, I am aware of Frida. Frida is always on my
Okay.
mind. But yes. Taki, roll your Arcana check. So yeah, it's DC 15. To try and distract Pispus.
Okay, that is a 24.
Incredible.
Back.
Amazing. And did you add the D4 to that, or is that just all on your own?
I did add that.
Nice one. Incredible. So yeah, you yeah, what is it that you might have said, but it might have cut out a bit with my internet. But what exactly is it that that you're using thaumaturgy to do? Like, what's the distraction?
I want to do tremors in the top right-hand corner.
Nice one, amazing.
Behind him to try and make it seem like there's rocks or there's movement or there's something over there that he should go investigate.
Yeah, incredible. I feel like you tap into prey animal or senses to sort of be like, okay, how can I divert him? And you try and sort of summon up tremors that sort of are almost like, I don't know, movements of something else over there. And on your 24, it successfully distracts the person who goes over there to investigate. And then you yourself are able to move down to the halfway point to join up with Wrath and catch up behind Alanus. So that is excellent work. Who would like to go next? So Wraith and Luca, you've succeeded, and I'll say that you guys can now use your turns to help bring someone along, basically. You're still in the game, and you can grant your success to one of the other three that are still trying to move across.
I will say it feels like Alanus has got this, so on the assumption that Wraith will be going with Wrath, I will give Toki a hand.
Incredible. What are you doing? What skill are you going to try and utilize to help out your pal?
It's going to have to be history, incredibly recent history, where I recall where I put my feet, and I tell him to put his feet in the exact same place.
I like that. That's very funny. Please roll your history check to help Toki out here.
What is my history? That's 24.
Incredible. You get snaps with Toki from earlier. And I feel like you do it in a way, maybe it was a sense of you slept hugging each other last night, a sense of comfort that was comforting for both of you after a very trialing day. And I think in doing that, you're sort of able to tap into a kind of comfort that Toki doesn't immediately reject as being called weak. And so you're able to help him in a way that he accepts. And so whatever form that may take, I do not know. But you are able to do it. And yes, Toki, you can treat that as another success, and you are able to come and join the others on the other side of the chamber.
Yay, thank you. I was going to say Toki remembers recent history when he did not accept help and fell into the water, so is maybe more receptive to it as well.
Yeah, maybe the tone of Luca's voice is just being like, don't be such a fucking idiot, come here.
You'll listen to him but not me? I see how it
is. Incredible, amazing. So we'll go with Wraith or Alliance. Between the two of you, who wants to go first?
I've got something.
Yeah, you go then.
Sure. So by insight's very definition, it allows you to discern a person's mood or intention. So I'm watching my brother, knowing him like the back of my own hands, and I watch him as he picks his way across the rocks, and I know he's going to step on this one. I'm like, not that one.
Yeah,
not
nice.
that one.
Yeah,
that one.
I raise
fantastic.
Foot and just hover it above it.
Incredible stuff. Amazing. Please roll your insight.
How well do you know me?
Do I go with the dice that's only rolled nat 20s and nat 1s today?
Ooh.
Or I swap dice?
Ooh.
Let's go with it. It can't just keep rolling
Gotta take the
criticals.
gamble.
It's a nat 1.
On your brother! You don't know me at all.
No, don't put your foot on that one. Psych.
Yeah.
You very much
Genuine,
should have put
and I
your
think
foot on
that
one.
genuinely is what
I
happened.
didn't listen to you, right?
Yeah, I think that genuinely is what happens.
Fine, you want to play this game? Fine.
Yeah, you're like, no, put your foot there. Don't do that one. And Wrath, you put your foot on a stone that maybe it's slipperier since your sister walked over it, or maybe she just got confused. But yeah, you are once again in the water. You splash into the water down here. Puss is distracted. That was a very good check from Toki. So you do not seem to have got Puss's attention. But yeah, in his jar, you see as a fish manages to roll his eyes.
Like, here we go again. Not
exactly.
This. I'm gonna die in this fucking shit.
Amazing. Alanis, what are you doing?
Is it better to try and move across or to help Wrath get out of the water?
At this point, leave me to die.
Well, I say it's up to you.
Now.
So mechanically, you only really need 2 successes here. So whether you choose to help or move forward, it kind of is going to amount in the same thing of like you win the challenge. But narratively, what do you think kind of Alanis would do? Would it be sort of, Wrath's got it, someone else can help, or like,
no, she would help get him out of the water.
Nice, amazing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I've got this? What do you mean I've got this?
Thought you liked swimming.
Can I use? I don't have many proficiencies. Can I stealth it? So like Steph and Eleanor did earlier, and try and as carefully as possible put my hand in the water to pull Wrath up without making any ripples.
Nice, yeah, absolutely you can. That sounds brilliant. So yeah, roll your stealth check, please. So yeah, the DC is 15.
It is a 16.
Incredible. So you managed to heave Wrath out of the water, and you have completed your second success. You can move across, and yeah, you managed to do it in a way that you see like Puss now is like thrashing around in the water, like so utterly convinced by Toki's like deception, that it's almost doing like a dog and like just digging in the corner, like trying to find whatever the fuck was there. And so that combined with how stealthy you are in that moment, yeah, you managed to pull Wrath out successfully and then move across yourself. Congratulations. So Wrath, you're out of the water again. You're soaking wet again.
I'm always wet. No, that was a bad joke. That was a bad joke.
It's not. And you still clutch Fenrir in his little jar. It's not broken. It's a very good jar. But you, need one more success to move across.
Right, together with Fenrir. I'm like, right, Fenrir, you're a fish. You know the best troops. What looks slippery and what looks not. And together, through this arcane bond with Fenrir, we figure out together. Because apparently I can't trust my sister to get me out of this mess anymore. With my familiar.
Nice. So what skill was that? Sorry, was that an Arcana?
Arcana. Somehow, with my familiar.
Have you got? What was your 4th one that you're proficient in? The one that you've not done yet.
History, Arcana, Investigation, and Religion.
So
okay, I can just pray to.
Yeah.
Who could I pray to?
Right, Azra's journeys, but there's also
A leader is water.
Laraz is
stone,
rock.
earth.
Laraz is rock.
Could you call in
Yorick,
friends if you
like,
want it to be?
Protection. He's
with
your
Fenrir?
man.
Your boy.
Sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear it.
Me or Chloe.
I said Yorick is
yes.
like protection, and
then
he's your
Colin.
man.
Cool.
Right.
Friend.
I take
Rivers.
one of my Yorick sticker sheet I've got back in the day.
Didn't you?
I
forgot you got that.
slap a sticker smack bang in this temple. I don't give a fuck what God is doing. And I'm like, Yorick, bro, I'm kind of fucked here. We haven't talked in a while, man. How are you been? Can you help me out of this situation? I'm kind of screwed right now. Here's he's a fish! And I'm just shouting it to the sky.
Amazing. I mean, you say you haven't talked in a while. It was yesterday. Because
Feels
this
like
day
too
has been
long, bro.
so
It feels
long.
like too long.
But yeah, you pray out to Yorick for kind of like, help protection in this moment. And I love the idea of someone one day excavating these tunnels and finding a sticker of Yorick and being like, oh shit, like, what do you think that means? And so please roll your religion check for me.
Oh, it's a religion check. I was wrong. D100. What am I doing? Sorry. D20. D20.
So you need a 15.
Plus 7. Please, God.
Is your religion +7?
Yeah.
Christ.
I'm a wizard, bro. It's just the intelligence. That's another natural one.
Oh,
twin.
no.
I looked at it. I was like,
Say.
surely not. This dice cannot be this cruel to me.
Oh no. Another
This is the
nat
most
one.
expensive dice I've ever fucking got.
Yeah, it like
Yorick.
lights up and shit. I can see it. Yeah.
Yorick's like, actually, it has been a long time.
Yeah, leave me alone, bitch.
Yeah, Yorick's like, how come you only talk to me when you need me? What's that about?
Shit.
And
Saying hello last time, man. Come on. No.
is not receptive. And I feel like what's a good failure for this, because you keep falling in the water. Puss is distracted because I like Puss over there.
Fenrir's like, I'm out, and leaves. Just jumps in the water.
Fenrir just jumps away. But basically, you have failed, and I feel like you guys down the other end of the chamber, not leaving yet. Could all you four please make a dex save for me as a wave crashes over all four of you?
Different dice.
I'm genuinely trying, you guys. I'm not trying to fuck this up, I swear down.
What is the DC?
I'll say it's 15.
Okay, I'm gonna use my thing that I never remember what it's called. Where if I fail, I can add a
nice.
D4. What is it called? Lucky footwork.
Nice.
Which will bring me exactly to 15.
Incredible. So you all meet this, and so you're going to take half the damage, and then no one's sort of like knocked prone or swept away, but you all take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you kind of all you kind of get swept into each other, into the rocks, just the force of this wave gushing over you, as you will take some damage at the end of this chamber here. Right, who would like to do another skill check to kind of throw it at Wrath, basically, and help him get across this chamber? And I'll say, if you've used all of your proficiencies, if you've gone through them, then you can, they like reset. But you have to have used them all to repeat one.
I have persuasion left, which is
That's
has quite a good bonus. Luca's like, ignore Wraith, you can trust me. That you're doing what I tell you to. It worked for Toki, and it can work for you too.
I like it.
Play this game. Place it here, brother. There. This is gonna be so funny. Put it there.
That's great. Oh, keep going. That's brilliant. I love that. That's excellent. So yes, please do roll your persuasion check, Luca. To reassure Wrath.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, like so much trust broken.
It's a 21.
That's
Oh,
fine.
come on.
That's incredible. And so Wrath was like looking really unsure, like not sure where to go, not sure who to trust. But then Luca, light at the end of the tunnel, is like, no, listen to me, you can do this. And tells you exactly where to put your feet, and Wrath, you succeed. You make it through the tunnel. So you guys successfully exit this flooded room, and it's sort of, you know, I feel like it's like in a game where you succeed the like level and then it cutscenes, like all of you rushing and escaping this massive flow of water that just at that one moment in time as you escaped has just like, you hear like crashing and metal breaking and rupturing as this entire place floods behind you, and you guys are running, and you're running uphill now, like running through oh no, that's the musical playlist, don't play that, you're gonna play actual songs. Go away, Johnny Flynn. Oh my god, stop it. My laptop's so slow. Okay, I don't know what it's doing. So you're running uphill now, like, oh my god, there's a cat. That was brilliant.
Sorry, she comes through my window and she crawls across my
That was
shoulders.
so excellent.
Come here, you little pain in the ass.
That's hi.
Hello, she's here
Hello,
now.
Papa.
I had to open my window because it's so hot.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Hello. That's so
Hi,
cute. That
puppy.
was so funny. I was getting so angry at Scorch and I just turned. Baby, that was so cute. Stunning.
Chloe's like, where's my one?
Yeah.
He's literally in the corner attacking a bit of cardboard right now.
I love it. Sorry, I'm distracted by my annoying things. Right, so you guys are now all running uphill, like booking it, trying to get away from this massive, like tidal wave that's like sweeping up behind you. And you like, you know, you feel your like muscles burning, your legs burning, trying to run, like those of you who can fly, you kind of try and pick people up to try and move a little bit faster. Everyone just give me an athletics check to see how you're doing. And I'll say, Toki, you can do it with advantage because part of your backstory is that you are a runner.
Ah, thank you. Didn't out massively.
Like running.
I'm not good at it.
Okay, nice one. So does it start from Luca's 18? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one. So good stuff. So Luca and Wrath. I'd say Wrath, I feel like, you know, you kind of let your wings out, you start to fly a little bit. Luca, like, you kind of don't go running that much, but maybe like you were saying, sort of getting across these like rooftops and everything has sort of helped you you know, put up a little bit of muscle. You're all right running uphill. Toki, I think you're like annoyed, you're like, I need to put more effort, I need to start doing leg day again, like I've actually really let things slip. And Wraith, you're like, this is the worst thing in the world, like why the fuck would anyone willingly do this? And then Alanis, you're sort of like, but like the other people are patting themselves in the back, other people are monitoring themselves, and you're just sort of like carrying on, like it's all just washing over, and you're like, this is fine and this is so normal. But you eventually all burst out of this this series of tunnels that you found yourselves in for the last who knows how long, and you emerge into darkness, but it's not been the darkness of the tunnels. It's like it's like pre-dawn, and you look around and you see that you are at the very top on the highest peak. And then look, another little cat. On the highest peak of the mountains in the Sierra Tretes, and you see the city of Alanil glistening below you. And you've finally made it out of these tunnels, and they have taken you to the very, very, very highest top, which for those of you that kind of take a second to think about it, like makes sense, like that's the highest these people could have gotten to the sun. And you are just on like a barren peak with like clouds below you looking around, and it is fucking freezing. It is 2 a.m. by your best guess. Some of you are wet. It's probably snowing lightly. And I mean, so begins the, I imagine, unless you guys decide to do differently, long trek back down to the city. But with that, I'm gonna go and grab a drink quickly, but I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll keep my things on, so I might be able to hear you. Who knows?
I'm going to go discard this cat elsewhere, so I will also be back.
Actually, might find out.
I keep trying to think of ways we could fly people, like coast down.
Yeah,
Wrath.
me too.
Yeah.
But
We're just outnumbered.
one each and an arm each. Glide.
Like one on each. No, because I'll like. Do we have space between our wings that someone could literally just hold onto our backs?
I doubt it.
No, me
I think
neither.
it would be
didn't
like
think so.
one person and they hug
Yeah.
with one arm, and then our other arms are holding the other person.
And no one's particularly strong.
We're not, and
Luca and
also
I are the strongest somehow.
this is a big mountain. If
Yeah.
we fall, it's a long way.
Yeah.
Also, how Is your flying speed not the same as your walking speed though?
Yeah.
So will it
Yeah.
make a difference?
Well, just did more of a coast through the air rather than having to do rocky terrain.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose that's true.
I thought it would happen faster. It wouldn't, because it wouldn't.
It hypothetically feels less dangerous.
Yes,
Right.
but it's not.
Yeah.
Wraith is miserable in this moment.
You're damp
She's
again.
out of breath. She can taste blood from the running,
Yeah.
and she is soaking wet, freezing cold. Like her bag's wet, so any spare jumpers and stuff she had is also soaking.
Yeah.
It's bad time to be Wraith.
But he's got wet fur.
And armor.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
did Toki fall in? Or was
Yeah.
he splashed by a lot of water?
I think I did fall in. Yeah.
And we've all been splashed. This is
Mm.
misery. This is Wraith's nightmare. This is the plains of Carnia that she didn't want to be in. I love how our objectives are to do find Jeff, go to the moon, and fuck the moon. Nothing else
Keep
matters.
forgetting about fuck the moon, and then I see it, and I'm like, what?
I've had too much influence over the to-do list, basically.
And I've got a plant.
You can hear it.
Whose microphone is like, yeah.
I think
It
Sorry,
sounds
I
like-
think that's me. If you can still hear me, I think it's the kettle boiling.
Jeff.
Oh.
You can hear me from the kitchen.
You're very
Yeah, I
bad.
think it's just,
Yeah.
Like almost out of range.
it's just
as
being
well.
away from the computer as well.
I've rolled like 3 nat ones today. So is April.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with
Bad
us?
day. I mean, I had 2 nat 20s as well.
That's true.
I'm going to roll one for fun. Let's see what I get with my bad dice. 1.
You're joking.
Oh,
I'm not.
Did you actually get a nat 1?
wow.
Oh,
my God.
Jesus.
Jeez, man, that's crazy.
Should you try again? Surely it can't. This is its
Surely not.
7th in a row if it does. No, 19.
Oh, okay.
Close though, close.
Yeah.
Okay, right, I'm back. Thank you for bearing with. I was yawning so much, I was like, I need a cup of tea.
Let us not in again.
Oh.
I just kicked her out.
She's like, actually, no. I want to attack the cardboard more.
Well, she's let us have it in now. She's just trying to open the door again. You live here now.
Incredible. Right, so getting back down the mountain. I mean, I was just gonna say it takes time, and then I was gonna make you roll like checks to see if you get exhaustion. But like, are you gonna glide down like you were saying?
We're not strong enough, and there's too many of us.
Yeah, it doesn't really work. Cool. So, you navigate your way down the mountain, and I'll say it's like 6 hours of sort of like solid walking,
Ugh.
and not just walking, like you're trekking downhill. It's really genuinely bad conditions. So is there anything you guys can think of doing that like will make it better, like in terms of just warming yourselves up, finding something to eat? Yeah,
Cast flame in
Yeah.
hands
nice. Yeah.
Same.
near Toki to try
Yeah.
and warm the fur,
Thank you.
and then everyone else as well.
Nice. Yeah.
Actually,
You can use your
I
little
also
magic
have-
umbrella actually, probably with the snow.
repel damp. I don't know if it would repel.
I have the ring of the. We get our ghost horses
Horses.
to
Oh
Or
my
we-
god.
down
Is
the
there enough
mountain
room for carriages?
for a carriage.
I'd say for the first 2 hours, no, but then yeah, I think you find some kind of like ancient tracks that like all these walking tracks widen out to be sort of like old pathways through the mountain. I'd say yeah, you probably could summon your carriage.
Let's all get in the carriage.
Amazing.
The next magical item Wraith is looking for is a magical like hot water bottle hand warmer pack.
Yeah, nice. But yeah, so you summon the carriage, and it's the first time it's happened. So I feel like you hear it starts off being really, really creepy. Like, Toki, do you like to talk to people about this, or are you just all like, oh, I remember?
I think probably when they got out, Toki was like, "Oh, I've got the carriage," and we were all like, "A carriage is not fitting down this mountain. Like, the carriage is gonna fall down the mountain. We're all gonna die." I think once it gets to that point, they probably all are like, "Oh, we could use the carriage now, right?"
Nice. So then the ghostly sound of like horse hoofs on nothing isn't surprising or scary to any of you, as you hear this like phantom, almost chilling, like neighing and braying sound, and this like ghostly green light. Is it a 4-horse drawn carriage? 2 horses. So I mean, as a party, like this is your carriage. Like, describe what the 2 horses are like. What are their names gonna be? What does the carriage itself look like? And everything has got this sort of like ghostly, slightly incorporeal, greenish tinge to it. But yeah, go crazy. Have fun with it.
Let me put the info, but we can ad lib as
for sure
as we want.
Yeah.
Like jade and emerald.
That's fun.
That's fun.
12 feet long, 7 feet wide, 7 feet tall. Jesus.
We are lying down in the warm carriage.
I will say it can fit 6 creatures if we squeeze. So we're all huddled up together.
Oh, we got Frida.
Well,
damn it.
No one's really. This is the first time you think about Frida. You look at Frida isn't with you.
Oh my god.
When was the last time we saw Frida?
I think the last time you saw Frida, because you mentioned Frida in the chamber, you remember looking around and you saw that Frida hadn't really moved and was looking as if to try and find a different route from the rest of you. And then I'll say me being like, I know about Frida, was probably Frida seeing you be like, where is Frida? And then being like, thumbs up. And that is the last time you saw Frida. By the way, Frida is 4 foot tall. Frida is a human, but 4 foot tall. I saw that today. And I just want to remind everyone.
Going after
the long wavy auburn locks, grey eyes.
Oblong face.
Did I see Frida when I was underwater, or did they safely find another route out?
You don't know. I don't think Frida really crossed your mind.
When Frida was like thumbs up, was that in the chamber with Wyatt before we went through the door?
In the chamber with water, like Frida was sort of doing their own skill check, like didn't follow you guys on the wall and seemed to be looking for a different way, is what Luca remembers.
Well, then I will take that thumbs up as he has decided to take his life in his own hands.
It's
no longer our responsibility.
We all go, wait, where's Frida? And Luca's like, he has gone his own way.
I'm not going back in there.
Oh yeah, you're 2 hours down the mountain.
2 hours away.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fine. We're gonna get to town, and he's just gonna be there.
Yeah, Frida's hardy.
Wrath, do you sense any new death in the surrounding area?
You could
Do
put him
I
in your little
sense
lap.
any new souls
In your little
appearing?
Roll me
I'll take out my spirit lantern and be like,
roll me an Arcana check.
Oh! For the 19. Plus 9. 28.
That's twinning today.
So, I think you do reach out, and you do sense a sort of like general death, but you're like, it's just the side of this barren face of the mountain. It's nothing. It might be like a bird has died. You don't feel any violent death, which at the end Frida might have met if they hadn't got out.
Somehow I think Frida's still alive. I don't sense their soul has departed.
Okay, good stuff.
Okay, so we've got a bit more room in the carriage.
Yeah.
This has turned around very quickly. Everyone's like, yeah, they're gone. Great.
Amazing. Fantastic. Yeah, so you've got your two steeds, Jade and Emerald. I mean, what does the inside of the carriage look like? What do you guys think? Because in a way, like, a sort of the carriage belongs to the ring, but Toki's the one that sort of summoned it, and it kind of is yours. So, as a party, so I mean, what does it look like, really?
I think the summoner would have some sort of influence over
Yeah.
it.
Presume
Is
so.
it like the hutch?
It's the hutch on wheels. It's a Hansen cab.
He probably is more like a handsome as like the kind of only vehicles that Toki's been in. I think it's probably got like two benches facing each other, and I think it's got lots of like cushions and blankets. It's very homely. Whether they actually do anything or not, I don't know. But I think it has very cozy vibes.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think the blankets and stuff really help, like, because you know, like I think you paid a lot of money for the ring. It's yours, and yeah, it's sort of like your home away from home. And so you summon it, and you all manage to get in, and you start to warm up as you begin your trek down the mountain. So it does not take nearly as long. And I'll say, as you pull back into Alarnil, you hear one of the bells chiming, and you see the sun start to rise over one of the peaks of the mountain. It's about 3:30 in the morning, and you have emerged. Your campsite is on like the southern edge of Alarnil. You've emerged like the northern edge, but it won't take long to kind of get to the city and everything. More just if you guys wanted to do anything before going straight to bed, you can. But otherwise, you can head home to your tents.
Anyone have any business in town in the middle of the night?
I mean, we could report Frida as a missing person, but I feel like they may already be a missing person, so...
Yeah, I mean, his brother was in town, so they probably know he's missing.
Yeah. Be like, he survived the fall, but was lost in the caverns. May still be alive.
Missing, presumed alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Are you actually gonna go and report that now?
I feel like maybe
give it 24 hours and they might appear.
I feel like
we'll go in the morning
because maybe he'll be back. Maybe we'll go. We'll swing by the Pegasus and
on the way out,
whatever it was called.
Cyprus.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's turned up.
Because we're a day behind schedule already now. No, we weren't, because we were going to go to the meeting. We were going to go to the meeting.
I was going to say, we missed the meeting, or is that today?
We've missed the meeting.
Last night.
We can still go to the bank.
I mean, yeah, we'll be going to the bank in the morning.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if we should tell anyone we are, in fact, here and alive. Like, if we were meant to be at a meeting, and then they were like, oh, maybe, because they might have sent someone for us, and we've just disappeared.
That's true.
Toki was pretending to be
Honestly,
chosen anyway.
I was a little bit worried that they were going to have run some checks and found out that I lied to them, and then that poor girl was going to be in trouble. So, like, the less I'm involved. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll just go to bed then.
Yeah.
Stunning. Amazing.
Get
so
to
you
our
head
cozy
home.
tent.
Yeah, you get back to your cozy tents. I say at this point it's sort of 4 a.m. So with an 8-hour rest, you'll be waking up around midday at a minimum. But you all get back, you all rest. Is there anything particular anyone is doing before you go to sleep, or is it just conk out on the pillow? There is no right or wrong answer.
I'm conking.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, just a conking.
Wraith will write in her journal to Dis about all that has gone down.
Nice. As sort of a generic, not a generic, like a sort of general air of like Jesus Christ meets you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And then go to sleep.
So you guys wake up. You go into just like a dead long sleep. And I'll say, Alanis, actually, yeah, you're probably one that wakes up first, aren't you? Because of your 4-hour trance. But I say even you need a tight 5 tonight to recover. And so you leave the tent, and as you do, what's Alanis sort of doing with the sort of morning she has before everyone else wakes up?
She's waking up. She just wants to go out and enjoy the sun a bit. She
Nice.
missed the sun where she was. And she's just gonna... Well, they're getting ready to go, right? This is their last day.
Yeah.
So she's gonna tidy up around the campsite a bit and make sure that everything is in order.
Yeah, that sounds good. Nice one. I'll say you're sort of tidying up at this point. It's maybe like 9 a.m., 9:30, and someone approaches your tent, and they appear to be you kind of recognize them. It's one of the like colleagues of Almasi. It's kind of a lower level detective or inspector in the town. And they come up towards you and then see you and sort of approach, and they're like, good morning. It's Alanis, yes, Alanis Ithel. Good to see that you're here. We it took us a little while to find out exactly who was involved, but we're aware there was a sinkhole, a collapse in one of the areas of town yesterday, and that you were caught up in it. And Inspector Almasi has asked me to do a welfare check on you. I have been I've been to the Pegasus and Cyprus tavern. It does look like that. They've been searching the town for you. You have been asleep. We've been to the Pegasus and the Cyprus tavern, and the owner of the tavern has also disappeared, and you were listed as the patrons of the tavern who were involved in this event. Are the others around? Just want to make sure that everyone is okay.
Yeah, they're sleeping. You can stick your head in, but don't wake them up.
Nice. And
It's a long day.
Yeah, and they do. They see that everyone's sleeping, and you see they've got like a sort of magical clipboard that like they pull it out of their pocket, and it's like a pocketbook, and then it unfolds into a much larger like piece of paper, and they tick everyone off, and they're like, have you heard of a Frida? I don't know if Frida has a surname. Just a Frida. Have you heard from a Frida Pegasus? Was also reported missing.
We fell in a sinkhole together, and we were trying to make our way out. We fell into these tunnels.
Tunnels. Beneath his.
We got separated, and I don't know where he ended up.
Oh, when did you flip through some more pages? When did you last see Mr. Pegasus?
And it would have been last night, I guess, if we think about the time.
And was it so forgive me, I'm just making sure the timeline is straight. So you fell into the tunnels, and Mr. Pegasus was separated immediately, and that was the last time you saw them, and then you yourselves, they followed you.
We were walking through the tunnels, we were trying to get out. It was very dangerous. And then there was a big old room, and it was full of water, and there was an octopus. And we all got separated in the panic.
Oh.
And that's just the last time I saw him.
Interesting. Could you make a persuasion check for me?
I'm not very charismatic. I, in fact, am a -1.
Do you actually?
Oh, here are the facts. Believe me or don't.
Well, it's a terrible idea for Alanis to be the one doing this.
Alanis is like, I kind of don't care
the truth.
what you think. Yeah.
Like, actually, let
like
me
what a
wake
fucking
up one of my friends.
Oh, and that is a natural 1 as well. So
no,
0.
No, not getting a 0. To convince the inspector that this is what happened. So you have on your side the fact that this is the truth. But you could see that they were with you until you said octopus, and then they sort of stop writing, look up at you, and just go, so if you could tell me some more about this octopus that attacked Mr. Pegasus.
No, I didn't attack Mr. Pegasus.
I don't know if Izzy's broken
Is
up.
he?
Oh, is he breaking
Yeah.
up? Yeah.
No. Sorry, Izzy, you broke up a bit, just in sort of what you were saying there.
Yeah. I don't remember what I said.
You were
We
saying,
didn't
like,
attack
yes.
Mr. Pegasus. We were in a big room and it was very flooded and we were trying to escape and one of my friends fell in the water and saw the octopus and then we all sort of panicked and that's when we got separated. So I don't know, maybe it attacked Mr. Pegasus, maybe it didn't. I'm just telling you that's the last time I saw him.
And so you were able to escape these tunnels. Whereabouts did you emerge? Was it kind of around the sewers,
Top of the mountain.
I see. And the octopus lives at the top of the mountain. Does he?
In the room, yeah.
Right.
In the flooded room.
Jesus Christ.
I love how Lars is like, yep.
It's like correct. And
Glad we're all understanding each other.
and would you be able to draw us a map of where you last saw Mr. Pegasus's location? You know.
Take a bit of paper and she'll draw a big mountain.
It's like, ma'am, I don't know if you think this is funny, but this is a missing persons. We're obviously all glad that you are okay, but this was a welfare check, and to be completely honest and transparent with you, I am now wondering if there is more to this than just you were caught up in something.
If you want to go to the sinkhole and follow the tunnels through, you will find the octopus room. If you want to go to the top of the mountain, you can see where our tracks were, and you can follow them and try and get in that way. I don't know how you could. We didn't try and get back because we were starving, and we'd just been fighting for like 24 hours to get out of these fucking tunnels. And it was the middle of the night, and we were freezing and wet because we'd just been in a flooded room. And then we got back here, and my friends wanted to rest. Now I wanted to rest, and then you've turned up, and I've told you everything that happened exactly as it happened, and now you've got an attitude with me?
Oh shit.
Okay, there is well, I'm obviously not going to be walking to the top of the mountain.
So you don't want to do your job properly? Is that what you're telling me?
Okay, I think
Lord.
that we're going to take a little moment.
Because we were doing a welfare check.
Well, I was
and
just
now
doing
you
a
don't want us
welfare
to put in
check,
any
and
effort.
I came here for the welfare check, and it has turned into a different kind of check. How did you get down the mountain then? If you say you were wet and cold, how did you do this?
We traveled down for a few hours, and then we got into our magical carriage, and we went the rest of the way.
Your magical carriage, and where is this magical carriage? If you say I can track the
It
horses.
belongs to my friend who is sleeping.
Would you mind waking your friend up so I can corroborate this?
Yes, I would. He needs a full rest.
We're gonna wake up and Alanis has been arrested.
This kind of carries on. They say, like, you say you were fighting to get out. Were you fighting with Mr. Pegasus?
No, Mr. Pegasus was helping us fight.
Fight what exactly? The tunnels? The octopus?
Well, yeah, there was a fake lich in the tunnels that did my friend some quite bad damage, and then we fought some magically enchanted statues, some plants, an old crazy skeletal figure. He was an arsehole.
Okay, right. I see this. I see I'm not going to get a straight answer from you, so I will be reporting this
I've
back.
literally been telling you the truth.
Okay, well,
you don't seem very good at your job.
I'm just so cat fool.
she's just been put out, and she's gone out the back door, climbed up to the flat roof, and come back in through my window. She's not even our cat, by the way.
Oh my god.
I thought she was yours.
Oh,
No,
that's so
she
funny.
doesn't belong to us.
Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. So yeah, he's like, well, they're like, I see I'm not going to get any helpful information from you. I'm going to be reporting this to my supervisor, and if when you decide
out.
when you decide to come and give information what has actually happened, you know where to find us.
I've given you everything you could possibly know, and
Okay.
you haven't listened to a word I've said.
Okay, well, actually, I have listened to all the words you've
Do you
said,
wanna-
except there is an
Do
octopus
you want
room
to
at the top
try
of the
and verify
mountain.
it? Do you have any skills?
Do I have any skills? I am a member of the Caldeton Circle Investigation Department.
Do you
I
want to
have
fucking
many
act like it then?
skills. Oh, okay. I, for the sake of everyone here, and you've drawn a little crowd in the campsite. For the sake of everyone here, I am going to defuse your situation by leaving it.
Do you have some sort of identification that I can make a complaint with later? Because
Yes,
you've come
of
here
course.
and you've harassed me for hours when I've been through a very traumatic experience.
I wouldn't say that I have harassed you, but okay, fine. I see where this is going.
Well, I would.
Hands you their sort of like ID, like badge number, basically, and says, "I look forward to you contacting my supervisor. As I say, I will be giving my version of the account here. So, good day to you."
You know what? You have the day you deserve.
And they walk
Jesus.
Fantastic. That's very
We're
funny.
getting arrested.
Don't even worry that we're going to immediately leave town as well. Like,
Oh, that's very, very funny. Excellent stuff. So Alana spends her next 2 hours carrying on, and then you individually begin to wake up.
Alana spends the next 2 hours writing a furious letter
Yes,
to his
yes,
supervisor.
yes. Excellent. And the
Almaty.
supervisor
I can
is
only think that's
Almaty.
Almaty,
Yes,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
information
to
is
Almaty.
yeah. Incredible stuff. So you wake up and Alanis is sitting there, having cleaned up the campsite, just on a log, just furiously scribbling.
You have to go see Almaty, by the way. I think they're going to try and frame us for murder.
Again?
That guy.
Wait, what?
Again. They never learned their fucking lesson, and that guy was an idiot.
What guy?
The guy that came.
Frida?
No, not Frida. It's about Frida. They know that there was a sinkhole, and they asked what happened. I told him exactly what happened, and then he was like, "Oh, you're not taking this seriously. This is just a welfare check, and now it's a missing persons case." Anyway, we have to go see Almaty. Just tell me exactly what happened.
Reappeared then. Frida didn't wander down the mountain and go back to his tavern like we won't.
Not as of yet.
Mm.
Okay, well.
And don't lie to them. Just tell them what happened. Don't try and spin it. Just tell them what happened.
How much
we-
not lying are we doing? Because people tend not to believe us when we start talking about sea creatures and statues that come alive.
Okay, well, we've
and living
already started talking
characters.
about sea creatures and statues, so we're going to have to tell the truth there.
The magical carriage?
Magical carriage, too. Actually, Toki, if you could summon the magical carriage in front of them, that would be great.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
We do need to work on maybe your deception a little bit, Alanis. Or at least what not.
I did not deceive him. He didn't know what happened to Frida, so I told him the truth so that he could help, but he didn't want to go investigate or anything. He just thought that I was lying.
Did you tell him that Frida gave us a thumbs up, so he's probably fine?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's on me. Should half of us go to the detectives and half of us maybe try and find Frida and see if we can clear ourselves
Oh,
before
God.
it gets worse?
Or half to the bank and half to the inspectors.
Because it looks like they're not going to look for him.
They are going to look for him. Almaty's
mean,
got nothing else
if
to
the
do
guy's
because
not
we're
gonna
doing the
look
other
for him.
stuff.
The guy that talked to Alanis, it doesn't sound like anyone's going to look for him. They're just going to accuse people of killing him.
I mean, it would be helpful if we could find Frida and then we could rock up at the police station like, hey, we did your jobs for you.
Mm.
Again.
It was 2
Again.
hours of walking and a bunch of hours. I don't even know how many hours in the carriage.
And it's
Well, I'm not-
midday. He should be here by now.
Yeah, I
If it's
I
not,
wasn't
then
suggesting
we'll
we
worry.
climb the mountain. I was just like, maybe we go to his pub and see.
Yeah, just look
Okay.
around town. If you found
Just
another
like
way
walk
out,
around town. Maybe Wraith, maybe if you draw some pictures of him and we'll walk around town and we'll show them to people and we'll say, have you seen this 4-foot
I
man? with
think
oblong
they
face?"
might know the 4-foot man with the oblong face and the long hair.
You think he's renowned throughout
What?
Alado?
He's a massive flirt. People don't remember. We'll not forget that.
Fair enough. Did we want to find out what happened at the town meeting as well?
yeah, we probably should. It
Okay,
sounds
Bank,
like they didn't miss us though.
Bank
Frida.
Frida town meeting.
He did know that we were missing. They could do a welfare check originally. They asked about it.
That's nice. I
A real turn
suppose.
quickly then. Stop being
Well,
concerned
as
about
I
the
said, I
welfare
was telling
real
him
fast.
exactly what happened, and then he got all artsy with me because he was like, "Talk to us." I was like, "Yeah, I'll do this."
Okay.
Brilliant.
I think maybe we should check on Frida's pub. And how would we find out what happened at the town meeting? Could we do that on the way?
Mm.
It was going to be at the
Yeah.
temple. Was it going to be?
Yeah.
No, it was at the town hall.
It was.
I thought it was at the temple.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd planned that far actually. I think I got caught up in logistics of actually organising a fake meeting, and then you fell in a hole, and I was like, nailed it. But as you're talking about it, stroke of luck. Ismeen, who is camping next to you, and so she is the half-orc lady who.
bracelet.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Who's been making the bracelets? Ismeen she comes back. She's obviously been somewhere, like shopping or getting water or some shit. And she comes back to her tent and sees you all, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you would be gone by now. I thought you were heading off. Oh, what? Well, I missed you at the meeting last night. I was asked to attend because I had one of the dreams."
Yeah. How did it go? What did they say?
They didn't say much, to be fair. It was these two champions, people from the Fristaden Institute, two diviners, and they'd summoned everyone who had a dream to the meeting. I don't know if anyone was able to come. It was short notice and would have been impressive, I suppose. But they basically, instead of asking us lots of questions, I kind of got there and was like, how are they going to get the dream for everyone? They did a big spell together. They sort of did, they had special chalks and candles, and they burnt a bunch of things, and then it was kind of, I could feel them in my head, and they kind of felt like they were rummaging around in there, and they told us all just to think of the dream, and they made us sign forms to consent to doing this, and then they kind of lifted the dreams from us, and I saw one of them, the younger woman, she kind of had like a magic book, and then I think all the dream information went into there, and then they kind of said thank you very much, and asked us to leave, and I'd say if anyone wants to, you can make a sort of like Arcana check to see if you can sort of figure out exactly what happened.
Mhm. $26.
Nice. So immediately you're like, oh, this sounds like a mass detect thoughts that was cast. And yeah, sort of combining that with some sort of illusion spell, some sort of illusory script, something like that, maybe some transmutation magic, to like literally take information from people's heads and transmute it onto a page so they can analyze it later. But yeah, she carries on. She was kind of like, they said that it was they decreed it an official prophetic event, so it will be written down in the books, I suppose. But then when people asked them, there were kind of journalists there, when they asked them what this meant, they didn't give any further details. They didn't say what it could mean or anything like that, and they didn't we sort of wondered what dreams other people had, but we thought they might share it, but they didn't.
They say what they plan to do next with the information?
I think they said they were going back to the institute, and just the official diviners would be examining it, and I think they said just higher ups would be analyzing it and pulling reports and sharing it with who needs to see it, and I guess that's not us.
Seems a little unfair. They're your dreams.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was sort of thinking of it myself, and I asked Unelma what she thought, but I didn't get anything.
Well, not much we can do, I suppose, but I guess we can. You can share with other people. You can talk to them about what they saw, what you saw.
Yeah, I kind of spoke to the people next to me, I think a lot of them recognized me because I'd given out loads of bracelets. So they're like, "Hey, you're the bracelet guy." I think some people were angry. They think I think they thought the bracelets had given the dream. But once everyone realized, that was all fine, really. So, and actually, the younger diviner, they spoke to me and said that I'd actually helped because people with the bracelets they knew had sort of been around the relic, and so that meant that they had the dream. They confirmed, they said that as well, that the relic was what caused the dreams. Anyone who had been around the relic had the dream. But yeah, they didn't really give any more information. I suppose we'll hear about it eventually, like if it's a big thing, someone will report about it, but we'll see.
Institutions for you, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, are you guys planning on leaving still? Are you going? What were your plans?
Yeah, we've got a couple of errands to run, but I think we're hoping to get off maybe today, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you heading?
Or
North. Fair. Yeah, we're going south. We were gonna kind of go north, but the roads are kind of dangerous at the moment, and we didn't feel like taking on a job protecting people right now.
why are they dangerous at the minute?
I don't know really. Just I've been hearing words of bandits and things on the roads, something like that. People being attacked.
Oh, well, something for us to consider. Where are you heading then, specifically?
I think we're going to head back down to Caldetil. We've just finished a kind of guard job, and we didn't really fancy doing another one, so maybe join up with a group of people walking that way and see where it takes us.
Sounds fun.
But it's been good meeting you, though.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for the bracelet.
Of course. She jingles. She's got 10 on her arm. Jingle, jingle. And yeah, maybe we'll see each other again at some point.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, have a good one. And she kind of heads back inside in her tent.
Safe travels.
You as well.
Well, thank the saints we didn't go to that meeting. I don't want anyone rooting around in my head.
No, thank you. No, thank you. It's bad enough when Wrath decides to try and do it for funsies.
Do we show now?
No.
Oh! No.
Well, one job done. Take that off the list. We've got bank, look for Frida, talk to our Massey. We could do all of those on the way to our Massey. And if we pack up now, we could keep going out of town potentially. Head
That
up
sounds
through town.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
And then we came north of town. Maybe we'll find Frida on the road outside.
So true. He's definitely fine and just
Yeah.
chilling.
He's just
He
got
probably
little legs.
also wanted to go to bed as soon as he got in because that's a normal thing to do.
Took him longer. Small legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only 4 foot.
Mm.
Yeah. Were you guys going to? You mentioned a bit ago about getting a caravan job to get money on the road, or
I think I might be remembering wrongly, but I think we vetoed that upon getting the carriage in order to go for speed because we've got time deadlines.
Yeah.
nice one.
I think
Cool.
so.
Good stuff. Cool. So where are you heading first then? Bank, or are you sort of heading to the bank and handing out flyers for Frida along the way?
I guess it's whatever we come to first, whether that's the Pegasus and Cypress while doing flyers or the bank.
I'd say
I'm
go opposite
actually lost.
directions, so decide what one you want to go to.
Cool.
I think we should maybe look for Frida first.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you head off towards Pegasus and Cyprus. And along the way there, are you handing out flyers? Are you talking to people? What are you doing?
For the sake of it, I would have drawn 2 pictures.
Mm-hmm.
One of Frida next to Wrath to illustrate the height difference,
Okay. Nice.
like full body,
Yeah.
and one of Frida's very oblong face.
Fantastic. Excellent. Like on 2 sides of the same piece of paper. Just like,
Yes.
have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
Yeah, amazing. And you're showing people. So roll me an investigation check on your walk there. And it can be like whoever wants to roll one can, and then we'll sort of average it out.
What do we think? Cursed dice or
Ooh.
different dice?
Different dice for that.
Yeah. What is it we're rolling?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Investigation, thank you.
Mm. Were you rolling, Alanis? Sorry.
Yes, sorry, my screen just froze.
Oh, you're good, no worries. Ooh, incredible.
Nice.
So yeah, like average roll is sort of around that 19 sort of thing. So unfortunately though, like you talk to enough people, and like Wraith, you get the bonus of being like, oh, my drawings are good, because people are like, oh, that's Frida Pegasus, and you're like, but have you seen them recently? And they're like, no, I haven't actually. And no one has seen Frida since the sinkhole. And you manage to talk to enough people that by the time you get to the Pegasus and Cyprus, you're like, if Frida is not here, we are the last people who saw Frida. And Frida is shifting from missing presumed alive to missing presumed alive ? And so you get to the Pegasus and Cyprus, you get to the road that tavern is on, and it is entirely cordoned off. Like there's rope everywhere. You see people, like work people in the street, who are repairing it basically. And you see now from this side of things kind of the damage that it caused. And in the tunnels, Frida had been like, oh, it was only the patio that went into the sinkhole, it's fine. You see it was the patio, half the street, some of the building opposite, and then most of Frida's tavern, and then like a few other buildings either side. In talking to people, like kind of keeping that investigation check, in talking to people, there's some reporters around there. So you see there's like a correspondent from the Star who's interviewing people, and you managed to talk to them, and kind of no one else was hurt. You were the only people that fell in there. Once you actually turn up, the correspondent gets very excited and starts trying to like interview you. If you would like to be, you can say no.
Latest version of the Star, yes.
Yeah.
But the last time we were in the Star, it
This
really
just
didn't
didn't work
pan
out.
out for us. And also, I absolutely don't want my parents reading that I fell in a sinkhole.
True.
Like, you can just keep my name out of it. You can absolutely talk to them, Wraith. Just do not mention that I was there.
Amazing. So what do you tell them, Wraith?
I tell them that our party was enjoying a beautiful fish dinner, and fell into the sinkhole, uncovering a maze of traps from a long forgotten temple to the gods unknown. We were able to recover some relics available for inspection.
You give your email address for people.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, forwarding address in roll call,
Mm-hmm.
where we
same
said
post
the
office in
the
Uphold,
whisper
yeah?
camp. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God, yeah.
and Professor Toki Flitson was invaluable in this
But if you actually
investigation.
mentioned him,
Oh,
oh my god.
shit.
And his team worked very hard. We are in the investigation of Frida, and she will give him a copy of
Nice,
Frida's
yes.
oblong face.
Yeah, you see that
for the
when
star.
you give them this, they have like a magical stone they scan the image with, and it like imprints, and they have like a picture of Frida now.
Yeah, excellent. And specifically the side that it just has Frida's face.
Yep, not with
Not
Raph.
me.
Yeah.
Toki gets out, and Toki doesn't get out of this, but Raph does.
Yeah. And that obviously the team are devastated by his continued
Absence.
missing AWOL nature.
Yeah, AWOLness.
The fact that he's missing in action.
Yeah.
And any news on his whereabouts should be reported to Seeker Almasi directly.
Nice, excellent.
And can you also note that the Seekers of the Carolina Circle were informed of what was happening with Freda? They weren't interested in following up on that lead.
Oh,
Nice.
Massey's not going to pay us.
We're gonna get done for defamation.
Not paying us.
That's so funny.
we're gonna get sued,
He
man.
said he wasn't going to do it.
Incredible. You see, this reporter thought they were just getting a bit of like local color, is now like salivating, like being like, I've unlocked a massive fucking story about tunnels underneath the city, ancient temples, traps, intrigue, missing persons, plundering of a temple. They've got a name to attach to it. Incredible. Roll me an insight check.
It's a 25.
Nice. So I know you've got a bonus that's like when someone's lying. This is isn't like
It's
to tell
not.
someone's lying. It's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
So
You've got a bonus to tell when someone's lying? Holy shit.
So with that really good insight, I will say, you remember last time you guys did not come off well in the article, and from the way what this person is writing down, when you say Professor Toki Flitzen, you see something in the reporter and you just know that they are going to cast Toki in not a good light in this story. Like, you can see their cogs working, and where this may have been a funny prank, in a very serious way, you're like, this might have gone too far. Where,
Okay.
like, this is Toki's career and his family, and you're like, oh shit, he did ask me to not do that. And then, yeah, you can see, but like, it's done. And yeah, you get a sense of the way the star report and what he's writing down. And yeah, you're not convinced that you guys, and then Toki being the only name that you've given, is going to come off particularly well in this report.
In which case, I will keep talking
Yeah.
and explain how that thanks to Toki's quick thinking nature, we were
Mhm.
able to save artifacts of the temple.
You
And that-
see they write down, instead of quick thinking, you see they write down something along the line of like, not quite criminal minded, but more like guile rather than like a quick wit. And you see, instead of like recovered artifacts, especially with you being like, we recovered some, wink, you see like the word plundered is written down.
Oh,
Of like
in which
shared heritage.
I will put my hand on their page and stop that Rita Stika quick quote style. I don't believe that was the quote I just gave you.
Well, I'm just writing down what you've what you have told me.
But you are spreading misinformation now. That is not the version of events that you have been told.
But you told me you went down there and you lost a member of your party. You seem upset about it, but from what I can tell, you left them behind and you wasted time and stole. Have you given? Sorry, have I misunderstood? Have you given these artifacts to the museum?
You have misunderstood. We have not made our way to the museum as of yet because we are looking for our missing party member who assured us that he was fine before we departed.
Have you got? Are you able to share this so we can contact their family? In what situation did you last see them?
Um, I'm sorry. Given the fact that you are already using this information for malicious purposes, I'm not sure I wish to share any more with you. We are on the way to talk to the family presently.
Roll a deception check.
Well, we are.
It's kind of for the museum as well. I was going to ask it for that too.
That is a 22.
Okay. They're like, look, hey, you knew I was a reporter when you started talking to me. I assume you have read the publication. I'm just using the information you've given me, and then if I give it a spin, what's the harm?
They writing on a piece of paper?
Yeah, in like a notebook.
I just grab the notebook, read it.
It's going to be a contested strength check
Cool.
in this. So the DC there is 17.
I rolled an 18. What is
Nice.
it? Strength.
Yeah.
Plus 1, 19.
Nice one. So you managed to grab the notebook.
I incinerate it with burn hands.
They
gone.
lunge for
I'm
it,
like,
but too
"Ah,
late, and it is entirely
I'm
gone.
sorry. Learning magic.
Like, hey, you can't do this. This
It's
is
been a
like my
very
private
traumatic
property.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Hey, I'll be
So
contacting
sorry.
my editor.
Oh,
You know, about this. This is stopping freedom of speech. People have the right to know what's going on.
Detect thoughts.
Go for it, yeah. What? So you see, like, their surface level thoughts. It's rage and a sense of like, I don't think they thought what they were doing was wrong. It was sort of like you were telling a story, and to be fair, you did steal artifacts from a temple, and then it is very much like they took that and ran with it, and they are being the dick in this situation. But it is like you get that they are just like really angry. But it is
there anything they're scared
to be
of?
fair, an unjustified anger. You'd have to probe further to tell if there's anything they're scared of with the detect thoughts.
Nah.
This is just the surface that you get.
Wrath is unfazed. She's like, go report me to your manager.
Yeah, and you see they start like harumphing, and yeah, they like sort of just like storm off basically.
Everybody, give it up for the star in accurate report.
You see
Can't
they've
even
stopped.
handle an interview.
And they've started talking to one of the town guards, and they're gesturing at you, but you see the town guard literally just like shrugs them off, like doesn't care.
Wrath is like pissed them off further, and it's like, yeah, what you gonna do?
Wraith will turn to Toki and I apologize. That was intended as a joke and it went further than I expected it to.
I don't think Toki, because I think if you went to talk to the journalist, Toki was like, I don't want to be seen. Like, I don't want to be associated. I think Toki's there. Toki's like round the corner.
In which case, is Luca there?
Luca probably would be with you, yeah.
I fucked up on that one.
Yeah, I think that went really well. I'm glad that we're not making things worse for ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just...
The interview's gone. It's dust now.
The next time we have to talk to the star, one, maybe we shouldn't. But two, maybe we should just keep naming Javi Abril, because that guy doesn't exist. We'll just...
Okay, yeah.
If we need to drop a name.
Yep.
Or Fenrir! And he Wrath whips out the fishbowl.
Yeah, Javier Abril and Fenrir were involved in the situation.
Jeff can use the publicity too. He doesn't mind.
There we go. Perfect.
Cool.
I mean, if you want me to scare that reporter into not saying anything, I can.
I think maybe we should not deal with the reporter anymore.
I think let's
just wait for tomorrow's edition of the Star and go from there.
Yeah,
Fenrir, what do you think? I agree, mate. I agree.
I will buy Toki many drinks and a spa day.
Are we about to see Toki angry?
Yeah,
probably.
That's just... Yeah, it's up to
Why
you, man. It's your funeral if you want to mention it to him.
I'll talk to him later.
Okay, so you guys, if you're trying to get into the Pegasus, you're not going to have that much luck because half of it is in the hole. But from talking to the rest of the people in this crowd and carrying on with this investigation check that you guys had, you find out here that Frida did not make it home last night.
Well, they didn't die. That's the thing.
Well, we didn't see them die.
No, I didn't feel their soul depart.
You
That's true. There has to be someone with a spell that can just like detect Guy.
Detect Guy.
There's got to be a spell where someone can detect
I was
the
about to
vibes
do
of someone
this.
existing
When
in the
I'm
world.
close enough, I'll just lean against the wall and cast Detect Thoughts. I was going to plan to do this.
Perfect.
Which does detect brains. As well as guys.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, I zoned out a little bit. What did you say?
I just detect thoughts to see if there's anything in the actual.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check to kind of try and like pick through stuff.
What was that? 19 plus 9.
Ooh,
27? 28.
Nice. So were you specifically trying to like pick out Frida, was it? Sorry? Or
I'm trying to pick out Frida or anything pertaining to Frida because I know that I didn't feel their soul depart.
Yeah.
So that like Wrath believes Frida's alive. And it's like, well, why wouldn't Frida return? Wrath's like, are they in for the insurance payout? Like, are they trying to like redeem the life insurance policy here?
Yeah. This is all part of a con. Yeah. Nice. With that, that's because they're good rolls, but genuinely, you get no hint of Frida. You get general interest. People that have gathered now know Frida and are, I suppose, concerned. But you don't get any whisper of Frida.
Is there anyone there, like existing, that shouldn't is like suspicious why they're even there?
Not really. There's like a few other journalists. There's the guards. There's like town gossips. They probably shouldn't be there. People are being like move away, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on here?" But there's nothing suspicious going on. Just genuinely, like, why the fuck hasn't this guy come down the mountain? If he has, he's not come home.
Interesting. I let the party know that. I also go over to the town gossips and start spreading the most ridiculous shit about the reporter that my sister just talked to. And it's like, their reporting is ridiculous. And I pass them a couple copper and like offer them a drink while I'm saying this. And I'm like, the most inaccurate reporting I've ever seen. I felt bullied. I felt harassed. That's ridiculous. The Star is abysmal. It's just tabloids these days. And so on and so forth.
I love it. Roll a persuasion check.
That's good.
At advantage, because you said you're using money, so cross off some copper.
The first one was a 4, so that's lucky. Better. Dirty 20.
Nice. I'll say that these gossips start throwing dirty looks at the Star reporter that's around, and like you hear someone be like, well, actually I heard that they like completely misreported something that like my sister was involved with. Like it was just something about like at her work, like in a local like it was just like a local factory like making furniture, and it was just, I don't know, it was just something about the factory changed hands and they made it this whole thing about like some conspiracy.
Gus, your sister deserves better. We should go to the Star and complain.
Yeah, I think something needs to be done here. Like, for sure. And then people are like, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
Rat tries to start a riot at dawn.
I love it. Fuck the Star.
Wraith will use that moment to sidle over to Toki. I owe you a couple of drinks to do with what Wrath is talking about.
What's Wrath talking about?
So the interview of the Star didn't quite go to plan.
No. The people who famously misrepresent everything you say.
And famously
something you said.
They did a bit. And I'm very sorry for what gets printed in the morning in that misrepresentation. Wrath burns his notebook, so maybe that will help. But
what's going to get printed tomorrow? You didn't.
I thought it was a funny joke. I thought it was a really funny joke because we're friends now, and I've realised since that moment in the last half an hour or so that that's not what friends do, and I feel very bad about it. So I do apologise, and I will redeem this somehow.
You gave him my name.
I gave him Professor Chalky Flixton as a joke.
You gave him my name that's not my name that I've been asking you all to stop calling me, and none of you have.
I did.
Weeks. What do you think he's going to remember it? If Wrath burnt the notebook?
I hope not. And
Not
I think
exactly
Wrath pissed him off enough.
Name.
I think Wrath pissed him off that he won't be thinking of too much else. Well, like, more about Wrath burning his notebook than the details that he was given, but...
You don't think he might try and remember them as retribution?
He might. Wrath starting a hate campaign against the Star.
I'll start to protest the door, you know?
And I'll gesture across the square.
I'm not getting these people hands up. I'm like, I heard they've been doing all kinds of shady shit.
And I'm sorry. And I know it's not time to say sorry yet. And I can be angry and will be angry. And yeah.
I mean, if my name's not in the paper tomorrow, I'll get over it. If my family who live in Caldetta and my Petranian family are probably not going to be reading the Caldetta Star. But if Yellen and Dava do and they send it to my mum and dad, or, Lena saw it somehow, I know that I've dropped out of uni, but I do actually still have a job. I guess we'll see how fucked I am.
It was stupid and I'm sorry, and I will do what I can to fix it should it come out.
I appreciate that.
And then Wraith will give him space. And go join her brother.
Right. You want me to take out that guy? I'll take him out.
I mean, I feel like we've got enough missing persons on our hands. We don't need a third.
Shit. I recast Find Familiar. Fenrir is now in bird form.
Nice. Sorry, for a second
Marking
I
it
thought
off.
that shit was you being like, I have already put the plans in motion. I've already called the hit on unnamed journalists.
Those gossips, yeah, they're fucked.
Absolutely.
You're like,
Check him out. Gonna get
I
him.
re-summoned Fenrir because I had summoned him as a wolf and he's actively stalking this man.
Fenrir.
Yeah. It has
My
as a bird.
guy.
Yeah. What kind of bird? Paint the scene. Is that a little sparrow? Or a raven?
Something vicious. A raven.
A vulture.
Oh, a vulture. I like
Think of
that. A
more vicious
vulture.
bird than a vulture. I don't know.
Right.
Why.
Vultures are so big.
Fenrir,
Scary
my good
looking.
friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
this
Fenrir
is,
like
the
looks and
scariness is
preens.
intentional. Oh, you look good, my guy. Let's go. Big out their feathers. Okay, right. So you know that reporter who was just taking advantage of talking my sister?
Brother.
Fenrir's like, yeah, I didn't like the way you spoke to your sister.
I'm just looking at Fenrir now. Look, this is telepathic because
yeah.
Familiar's talking about casters is like this. He's like, I want you to go find that guy. He's only a couple hundred. Like you saw him just now. He's only a couple feet away. The rest of the time, just like shit on him, keep nicking his stuff. If he gets food, eat it. Like just make his day miserable, mate.
Yeah.
The
No,
story's about the
that's-
dog or the bird that terrorizes the town.
Indeed. Like make a name for yourself. Like you're fucking Fenrir of fucking Shadowfell, my guy.
Fucking Fenrir.
Like
yeah.
make this realm your
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you got it, boss. You got it. And like gives him a salute with his wing.
I'll see you back. Go
So I was
prosper, my brother.
What's going on with the saluting?
You all see this massive, like, bird, jet black, red eyes, take off and just land on a chimney opposite, just staring. And roll me a stealth check for Fenrir.
I don't know what the bonus is. It's 18 plus something.
That's good. Yeah, only you guys notice this massive bird. And then I don't know what it would be. I want you to roll a check to see how successful this campaign is for Fenrir. And I'm like, what's a mischief check? Like, what's being a bit of a dick check? Like.
I'm trying to avenge
sleight
Toki's
of
name here.
hand? Yeah, like what's a is it charisma based? Is it dex based?
Dex would make sense based on what he's doing.
What you've been told him to do. Nice. So roll me a dex check for Fenrir, and I'll say you can do it at advantage, and then you'll get a we'll see how well Fenrir does.
This guy's
What was it? What did you get?
Natural 20.
Nat
This
20.
is the only good roll.
Oh.
The 3 and that ones were worth it for Fenrir right now.
Oh,
baby,
this guy's life
go.
becomes a living hell. Like it's like his rooms are like the windows are covered in bird shit. Like he's being Fenrir manages to recruit other birds, and so like this guy will be trying, and Fenrir's like reporting back like this guy is trying to go to work, and he's like dogging him, making him late for meetings. Like when this guy is trying to sort of be an investigative journalist and being like, you know, doing a stakeout, the vulture is actively drawing attention to him. The guy cottons on and is like, a vulture is stalking me, and he manages to like, Fenrir manages to gaslight everyone in this guy's life into being like, oh yeah, sure, the vulture's stalking you. Okay. This guy doesn't lose his job, but like his reputation is ruined. And I'll say actually, to like cut off the suspense, Fenrir reports back that this guy has a meeting with his editor and pitches what he can remember, and the editor's like, mate, if you've not got any notes or any proof, like we can't print that. And so you know this story is nipped in the bud. And then over the course of the like week that Fenrir is doing this guy is given fewer and fewer and fewer stories until he is literally just on like, go and report on like this children's pantomime, like go and do that, like you can't fuck that up.
Nobody misquotes my sister on my watch.
Yeah,
no.
This revenge campaign went well.
Thank you.
All right. Fenrir just flies back and we both look at each other and smirk.
Yeah, like in a week's time, wherever we might be, Fenrir is like,
it's handled.
I did it.
Meanwhile, Wraith is piss pocket poor at that point because she's bought Toki so many things.
Toki's never paying for something himself again.
No.
In a week, Wath will be like, this guy doesn't even have a career anymore as Carl.
Yeah. This guy works for the paper, but like he's never getting his name in print again. Like he's reduced to an intern. Like he's getting coffees.
Toki's reputation is saved. Fenrir back at it again.
Yeah. And I think you notice an upward turn in the reporting of the start. Like they stopped being so sensational. Like you fixed journalism in Caldetta.
Bro. Damn! You impressed everyone!
Wraith managed to burn tea leaves and singe everything she's tried to make in apology. She's tried to get up early and make breakfast. It's charred. It's burned.
Oh,
No, she gets better. She gets so much better.
She tried to cook dinner. It's cold in the middle.
He's giving himself food poisoning. He's like, yeah, you're doing so well. He's like choking on burnt toast.
And bitter tea.
Oh my god. The rest of you are like, when will she stop apologizing? Like Luca and Alanis are like, we weren't involved in this.
She's never had a proper
Why
friend.
do we all have to suffer?
Why do we
because
all have
Wraith
to
is
eat
sorry?
the burnt toast?
Luca and Alana staged an intervention to Toki. They're like, you've got to just forgive her. Stop making dinner again.
Can't keep eating like this.
Incredible.
Ray's taking
Fantastic.
it too far with this new friendship in every sense. Joke too far.
She's trying something
Apology
new.
too far.
Oh, no. She's it, but that's you know, that's a Sifa. Extremes emotions.
Yeah.
Asifa's like, you're doing great.
Thumbs up to Asifa.
Yes. Amazing. And we will leave it there for this evening and for this week. And so next week, I think, I will just check. This week?
It said we were on.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can't do next week now. Sorry.
No, that's alright, no worries. And then I'm away on the 18th, so I don't know if I've cancelled that yet or not. I think I might have.
You have.
But yeah. So I'll see most of you on the 11th, and then Izzy again on the 25th. And we're gonna go to the bank.
Mate, I've been fighting for my
Long
life trying to get to
time
the
coming.
fucking bank.
I
Lucas
need
been
to
trying
remember
I've been trying
why
to get to
you were
the bank
going to the
for a
bank.
month.
It's because
Luca is going to
Luke-
try and access his family's account
Oh,
because we have no money.
I got loads of
And
notes
he's
on
like,
the-
well, with luck, no one else has got it. So
Yes.
it
And
depends
then,
what my brothers have been up to.
Yeah. And then afterwards, so were you guys gonna do any shopping? Maybe go looking for some health potions, maybe before you set off on the road, and maybe some supplies for roll call, because you don't really know much about
do
it.
we not need
How
to
much
go?
sweet
We
culty
did
gold we
shopping and
get.
then we
Yeah.
fucked ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah, now we have very little potions left.
I've got 1 gold to my name.
Oh my god.
That's 100 quid, man.
True.
How much were the scrolls? I did write it down.
Good shout.
30
Hey.
gold each. So Toki could feasibly buy us another scroll of Revivify. He would
I
be
feel the
quite
scrolls
poor
are
after that.
Yeah. You can have
But-
my singular gold.
But hey, the bank trip might go amazing, guys.
That's
might be
true,
winning.
that's
Yeah.
true. Luca might
Funded by the
be
occulty estate.
controlling us. Yeah.
I
We'll be
feel like
millionaires.
it might
We'll be
not.
millionaires by next week.
Nice.
Also,
Well,
it's like exposing where he is. Like,
Weren't your brothers in like
but we're
worn
gonna
and
leave.
raggedy clothing? Or like super worn? And you had a
Yeah.
dream about the abandoned manor house?
Yeah, so in theory, I mean, my brothers look like shit currently, so they don't have the money. But also, it's highly possible that my father completely cut them off, depending. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
well,
it's
then
not-
who
it's not a
has
long
the
shot.
money?
But he might have also cut me off. Who's to say? Man's a piece of shit.
But also, he
Yeah.
died the day you left.
But also,
so it's
he
like,
died.
yeah. But he might not have time to cut you off. We'll see. I mean, I know.
But there's his family, there's my mum's family. I, as we've discovered, don't know anything about either side of my family. That money could be anywhere with anyone.
Now it's a whole investigative, like, where the money's at.
Yeah, I've done like financial investigation shit. I got really into pneumatics and then I got really into financial investigation.
Let's go.
I'm like, Google, who inherits? I'm like, what's the brother of a duke called? Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited now. Luca could be a fucking millionaire by next week.
Yeah, man,
Or
you
we could
just
find
don't
out
know.
that my parents, by the end, had nothing to their name.
Or we find out that there was actually debt that's now associated with
Oh,
Lucas' name.
shit, true.
Yeah, they're like, actually, you owe us thousands. And
It's like,
Luca's like, I
thank you
don't know
so
what you're
much for
talking about.
coming.
This actually, that's not me.
I
My
killed
name
that
is
person and I
Harvey.
took
This
their-
document that is
their
forged.
pedigree.
Sorry about it.
Yeah. Amazing. And so we will see next week what happens there. And then you guys will be leveling up when you leave roll call. So we won't do it like mid-session. I feel like you guys are probably going to leave roll call next session, but we won't do it in the middle.
Leave Alano.
That's
But
the
I was
one.
like,
That's
we've
the
got
one.
ages till we leave
Yeah.
roll call.
Yeah,
Lauren,
I'm like,
get
that's
to
a while
it.
You're like, why are
away.
you telling us this now? Yes, leave Alanil for roll call. So yeah, it'll probably be session after next that you guys level up.
Do we get third level spells at level 5?
What was that, sorry?
Do we get third level spells at level 5?
Yes? I don't know. But
Fucking
most
hell,
importantly,
let's go!
casters
I
get
just want
bonus action
bonus
cantrips.
action.
Bonus action cantrips at level 5.
Yay.
That's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah, we
put you
get
against them
first.
flowers again, and I'm gonna be like, kill him. Amazing. Excellent. Well, thank you very
God,
much,
yes.
everybody. And yeah, have a good week. Have a good couple of weeks, Izzy.
Thank you.
And yeah, I will see you later.